What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media, and this is the show where we hang out long after we should have thought about going to bed on a Saturday night and work through the ridiculous backlog of miniatures we've accumulated that need painting. There's an old adage that says if a miniatures painter ever runs out of projects to paint, he or she will die, so by that logic, I guess we're just going to live forever. And joining me on the line, as always, our resident monkey handler, my perennial painting partner, it's Broody Gambit. Mike, what's up?
Not much. How are you doing today?
I'm glad to be here. I'll be honest. It's been a long day. I was supposed to go do some stuff with some friends today and ended up having to do like housework and stuff instead, which always sucks.
Yeah.
But you know, we're here, we're having some fun, and we're painting lizards today. Reptiles. Even my kombucha has reptiles on. I've got lucky dinosaurs on it. Yeah, we've got killer croc and lizard and spike, so all kinds of different reptilian duders bopping around the table today. So let's get started. As with all the shows that we host here on the channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. Let's paint. Wow. Oh shoot, I should have set that up beforehand. No, it's fine. It's just like a little weird hiccup. I have to do this because I keep changing the amount of tabs. There it is. That that I have open in that browser window, and it's like it's looking for a browser window with a very specific amount of tabs, and never has that. So there you go. I just forgot to do that. Yeah, so we're here. We're out. We're ready to go. Yeah, I've got I got these two bad boys. Both villains. Actually, all three villains, technically. Although Spike has kind of a hero turn after a while.
Are you referring to Slash's Spike?
Slash? Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
why do I keep saying Spike?
In the 2012 cartoon, he was Spike. He was like Raphael's pet turtle. Originally, though, like it was Slash, and in the comics, it's Slash.
That's right, Slash.
Yeah.
But Slash is what we're working with here.
Yeah.
You're right. But that is absolutely, I'm sure, why I'm making that mistake. But so my thought process here is to just make a giant green gradient on my wet palette and just get messy here, because let's face it, we're looking at greens here. I'm trying to find some like comic accurate Killer Croc art, but there's not much of it. This is what I'm looking for. Yes. Batman Arkham, the graphic novel. That is exactly the version I'm looking for. Ah, yes. Actually, excellent. Okay, we're in the business now. And then I just got to find one of the lizard as well. There's a fair amount of color crossover here between the two characters. First appearance of the lizard looked real weird. It was in ASM number 6, and he hadn't quite been figured out yet at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm going more for like ASM 313. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, sweet. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 313. That's what's it? 90s, 88. So almost 90s. It's a McFarlane art. Yeah, I mean it's the best year, right? Without that year, neither one of us would be sitting here right now.
Yep.
So, all right. So I need some. It looks like darker greens to start with. But the one of the big issues I have with minis paints is like this is the only sort of lizardy green that they send stock. So I'm having to mix in some like ogre bogeys and like this weird like turquoisey green. I think we can get there with it, but like I'm also gonna throw in some yellow. I've also got like this putrid green pus. Actually, that probably is the yellow I'm gonna use. But I'm gonna start with just this mantis green and see where that takes me. For Killer Croc, I do think I'm gonna hedge more into like the tank green area and like algae green. But I'm gonna use pretty much the entire green line from TT Combat here.
Yeah, when I did my Killer Croc, I did it because I was using the like Batman animated series 8 Augs.
Yeah.
And so I did him. I mean, just that sort of gray, sort of complete skin, blue jeans, and
Yeah, there's a lot of gray. Like even in the Arkham Asylum version, I'm trying to go a little bit brighter with it. We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
yeah, there are definitely different versions where sometimes he's a lot more green. Sometimes it's just like that sort of. There's some versions that are like make him significantly more like human.
Yeah.
And so then it's just like, oh, he's got a skin condition, and so it's kind of like just this like sort of yellowish, grayish, like his skin's too like hard,
right?
Keratinitis, or I forget exactly what they call it or term it. And then there's others where it's like, oh, he's literally this giant reptile,
right. What the hell? Come on. There we go. All right, let's get this pus screen out there too. What's interesting about these two models too is like you've got Dr. Connors in a lab coat and Killer Croc in like a trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Mixing all those up actually landed on kind of the perfect tone for Connors. So I guess we're going to start there. Not exactly what I expected, but fine. Swapping up the paint handle immediately. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and start just base coating all the lizardy bits. It's been a long time since I painted lizards. I did at one point field a lizardman army in Warhammer Fantasy Battles. I was sick of I was bored with dwarfs, and the lizards were out there, so a little bit darker here. A little too blue. Try that. That's better. Yeah, it's been a heck of a week. The 3-year-old has come down with a nasty cough, and I think it's. I mean, without jinxing myself, I think it's finally starting to settle down a little bit. But it's like it has rendered her basically non-functional in terms of following directions and stuff. We kept her home from dance class. She went to school, but like she was just being so rude to everybody. We're like, yeah, you're not going to dance class.
Yeah.
You need to stay home and rest. And she ended up, like, that night she ended up going to bed at like 6:30. Her normal bedtime is like, well, we get in bed at sometime in the 7 o'clock hour, and she's out by, shortly into the 8 o'clock hour.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was. So it's been a week. But work's been decent, other than the fact that my principal is resigning.
That's not good.
I mean, for us, no. For her, it is probably the right decision. She's trying to achieve like work-life balance, and
Understandable.
that's especially difficult when, like, you can't effectively guide families in the local sector if you can't follow the same advice at home. It was her sort of statement to us, and I was like, yeah, that I get that. I see what you're saying. This tail is going to be an absolute menace. I don't even want to bother with it. I know I have to, but... So I was playing Shadow Labyrinth last night on stream, and I finally, like, RPD finally convinced me to turn down the difficulty.
Yeah.
I'm very confident that I am capable of beating that game on, like, normal difficulty, but, which is very hard, admittedly. But, like, I'm 40 plus hours into it now, all on stream.
Uh-huh.
And that, I mean, there comes a point where a game like that has overstayed its welcome.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm going to shut this down and just finish the game, drop the difficulty down to a manageable level, and just put this one to bed. It's sad to have to do it, but like, to me, a Metroidvania game, like, should be somewhere in the vicinity of like 6 to 10 hours to play the first time. If your game is lasting 40, like, that's longer than most action RPGs.
Yeah.
And while it's undoubtedly fun, it's just like, okay, this has gone on far enough.
So decisions had to be made.
Yep. And like I said, I am fully confident that yes, I could beat that. Off camera. On veteran mode. The two are veteran and explorer mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, okay, explorer doesn't make me feel too bad about it. Like, that just means I'm prioritizing Metroidvania, not prioritizing combat.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Metroidvania segments, the majority of the game, bring me great joy. I observed when I was doing like YouTube captions when I exported a couple weeks ago that I had more fun just exploring that particular week than I had in months of playing that game, and it just kind of reminded me of why I was playing this game, and so there we go. Shadow Labyrinth coming to an end one way or the other.
When are we gonna? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when are we gonna start Split Fiction or any of
Yeah,
those others?
I mean, we absolutely have to do that. Like, I'm still trying to like. So speaking on work-life balance, I am also still trying to sort that out. We're trying to transition the baby into the crib.
Mm-hmm.
But we're like missing a few key pieces. So like she's still a little like her sleep is still not perfect. So our Sunday nights, which ideally would be the night for us to stream Split Fiction, are still like I have to come home from dropping the kids off and go right to bed. Like it's my catch up on sleep night. But as soon as I feel like I have caught up somewhat on sleep, Split Fiction is absolutely like it's on my home screen of my Switch too, and it's like, oh, come on, I gotta play this game. So yes, I would go with soon.
And not to mention that the other one you sent me, the like the OVA style.
Oh yes, Afar. Right? Oh no, it's there was another one that we wanted.
It was like the co-op platformer.
Lost Vikings?
No, it's like a new one for the Switch coming out like this June.
Oh yes,
The
that one looks
Fire
dope
one.
as hell. The sort of anime, almost Akira Toriyama looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to play that too. I was just talking to Josh, my co-host on This Is Difficult, when we did that podcast, and hopefully we will be bringing it back soon, or probably not soon, but at some point.
Yeah. Dang it!
What have you done?
No, I just dropped Slash and it chipped off one of his blades.
Oh no! It's the worst.
Mm-hmm. Now I need to figure out where it bounced off to.
It gave me an idea for how I want to set up the stream capture for the co-op couch too. When I get to that, Alex and I have some ideas for couch co-op stuff out of Studio E. So if you ever find yourself up in New Hampshire, we can stream from the couch. Oh, for God's sake, YouTube, stop playing ads. I don't want to hear them. I need to get I started working on a Apple Music playlist so that we don't have the ads coming through. But it's hard to find video game music on Apple Music. They have the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, which is interesting. It's one of the ones on our list. YouTube ads are a scourge upon music.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to a lot of music on YouTube. It's kind of what keeps me going during the day. And just the amount of ads I have to go through is really upsetting.
What gets me is the point when it's like they've obviously realized they can make more money by selling ad space. So, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then they went from charging to go ad free to still just adding things, ads in when you're paying for it.
Yep. They've decided, oh wait, the advertisers can just pay more
To
to
advertise to the people who
circumvent.
pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So greedy. It occurs to me I probably should have put the black in his eyes before I painted the green, but whatever. Such is life. Hey, RPD. Or you can bet everything on one of my stupid playlists. I could. That is a thing I could do. I will not. Oh, Mike, you probably haven't heard that this kombucha that I'm drinking tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I made myself.
Yeah, you were mentioning that on the stream last night, I think.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were in there last night.
I was not in there last night, but I caught some of the recap.
Got you. Yep, it's quite good. I'm very proud of myself for.
That's awesome. I just recently got some honey from a local person to brew a batch of mead. I need
Nice.
to get that set up. I just haven't figured out exactly what I want to make, like how I want to mix it, what sort of spices or fruits or whatnot I want to add in for flavor.
Yeah. Look at us being, saving money. The savings with kombucha is absolutely unfathomable. Like, it's for the price of what I would pay for like one small bottle of GTs. I'm making. I did the math and I can't remember what it is. It's like 7 or 8 gallons.
Nice.
Yeah. It's insane.
Honey is still a bit expensive.
It is. Yeah.
So I'm not sure how like cost effective it is in that regards of what I'm spending on what it would cost if I just like bought a bottle.
Yeah. But I
it's
mean,
more
I
fun
think
to
you
be
gotta...
able to make it your flavor and like
Right.
your own thing.
Yeah. 3x5 nonsense squared. Yes. 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 I do remember that. And I did not comment on it, and I should have. Right? I kept trying to and getting sidetracked. There we go.
You're no dummy, but you're kind of acting like one.
Stop it with the ads. This is already the second one. Good God. Ooh, I just found like a Killer Croc color. Canal green. I guess that makes sense. Bugger having to mix anything. Didn't even know I had it. we have a name for that, and it is learning and growing. Might add a little bit of this brighter. Sort of. Yeah, like that. Just brightening it up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm liking that a lot. All right. It's almost like a camo-ish green, but I'm really pleased with it, so. And of course, this is a Gotham City Chronicles mini, so nothing will stick until I get some sort of a base coat down. Hey, Blink. It is kombucha time. Cheers. Look, Blink. Even my kombucha has lizards tonight. Yeah, I gotta fill one out too, RPD, because I you know me. I may not have the most original takes on video games, but I do have some takes. That are at the very least interesting. This Mike, this was a thought exercise answering a bunch of opinion questions about video games.
Okay, like what?
Like things that are like game that is overrated, or games that you'll stab a man if you hear about again. Designed to breed controversy, but also start dialogue. I don't remember who found it. It was someone on Adam's Discord. So CinemaCon was this week.
Yeah.
We got, it looks like they dropped some new footage from Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay.
Not much, but something. They also dropped some posters for Brand New Day. And then the big one was Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday.
Yep.
They dropped a full trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody really saw that coming. Everybody was like, oh, they're just going to show some footage or something. But no, it was a proper trailer, and the question now becomes, when do we see it? Because anything goes out at CinemaCon is kept super duper private.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't
like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Maybe.
Did you not hear the entire animated one leaked?
I know very little about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was apparently a big thing that happened this week. Was they were I don't know who was working on it, but someone was working on a follow-up movie, based on the animated one, obviously not the M. Night Shyamalan.
Right.
And the entire movie got leaked over the week.
Oh no. The entire movie?
Yeah.
People are savage.
Someone hacked into the mainframe or server or whatnot and downloaded the entire movie off of it and then posted it all.
That's so I mean, okay, good for them. You did the thing, but like, to what end? Like, the best experience to see a movie is in the theater. Nobody's going to argue with that. So, okay, now you've got an X-Men Origins Wolverine situation on your hands.
What happened with that?
A pre-VFX cut leaked on Pirate Bay when we
I do
were in
not remember
college.
that.
Yeah, I that's the version I saw because I didn't realize it was not the real one. And I was like, wow,
Well,
this
it's kind of the real
this
one.
is bad.
Well, it was bad even after the visual
I know,
effects.
but you know what? I did watch it recently. It must have been before Deadpool and Wolverine. And I was like, okay, this is not as bad as I remember it, and not certainly as bad as people made it out to be. It's still bad, but that doesn't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for God's sakes, I cannot get comfortable in my chair tonight. But yeah, like, I'm not, like, at this point in my life, I've realized that I avoided trailers for a very, very, very long time because I didn't like the way they were cut, not because I cared about having things spoiled for me, which I think we've talked about as well. And so if/when I see a trailer, I'm now like, oh, cool, that was, whatever. And I just move on with my life. Where and having avoided them for so long, I have this strange ability to just like forget what I just saw, unless it's particularly important. Like Spider-Man, I remember a lot of. Although the most, I guess, paramount thing that's a film company. Like the thing that sticks out most in my mind was the beautiful shot of him flying downward at the hand ninjas. I was like, that is such a cool shot. I love it so much. And everybody's like, oh, but that shot's not, like, there's something missing from that shot. I'm like, yeah, but does there have to be? Like, does there have to be? Can I please just have something pretty? And there are film critics online who are like, well, the shot's it's ugly. It's not a good shot. I'm like, I disagree. It's like art is subjective. And from my
90%.
perspective, yeah. And from my perspective, I'm like, but I like it. maybe Dustin Daniel Cretton and I are temporarily aligned here. Please let me have this. But no, the more I see people talk about it, the more I'm like, it's probably someone. It's probably Daredevil. As much as Charlie Cox is insisting that he's not in the movie, he is the most logical option, especially if you bring it in the hand. Could be Iron Fist, I suppose, but that'd be a little out there.
Yeah.
Although Mike Coulter done messed up this week.
What did he do?
Luke Cage himself spoiled the ending of Daredevil season 2.
How so?
Well, he posted a on-set picture from season 3 with Charlie Cox in an orange jumpsuit.
Ah.
So Murdoch's in jail. Somewhere along the line.
I haven't seen
we know
any of
that.
the new Born Again stuff any either way. So.
Oh, it's so good. Have you seen season 1 or just
No,
not
I
at
haven't
all?
seen any of it.
Oh my God, you're
Like
missing
since
out.
it went to Disney, I haven't seen any of it.
You are absolutely missing out. Season 1 was a little rugged getting started, but after that, season 2 has been an absolute blasty. When I watched the original Daredevil Netflix series, we always used to watch the first 4 episodes or whatever dropped together, like all my buddies. We would go down to the seacoast, we'd get 5 guys, and we'd watch Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and whatever. There's a great picture of my buddy John with his hands like on his head, like, whoa, when did you watch the original Netflix series?
Oh yeah, like I watched all of that stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so when D'Onofrio decapitates the dude with the car door in season 1, there's I have John's reaction of that, and that's not his contact photo, oddly, but it probably should be. And I was genuinely up on my feet doing that the last 2 episodes in a row of Born Again. I was like, wow, we really are back here. So yeah, it's worth. It's very worth. Blink, you said you watched the first 2 episodes. So you've seen up to Okay, yes. I see episode 3 is where it really got good for me. I liked 1 and 2, but 3 is really where they brought it. And then 4 and 5 have just been absolutely harrowing. And it sounds like episode 6 is not slowing down. I keep telling myself we just had 4 more weeks. Because we got the Punisher special right after Daredevil. And I am very much looking forward to that as well. Bernthal's Punisher is just... what a take on that character.
Yeah.
I will occasionally. I've a lawyer buddy. One of my best friends is a lawyer, and when he says something just completely off base, I will just send him a GIF of Frank Castle yelling, "You're full of S, counselor. You're full of S."
I have been keeping up with the new Mall series.
Oh, yeah, I've
Shadow
heard that's
Lord.
quite good.
I've been enjoying it. It's pretty solid.
I still, every time I try to sit down and watch Star Wars animated, I'm like, I just can't. I just have so much trouble seeing this as canon. Like, it just, animation and animated universes just don't read as canon to me, no matter what it is, no matter what the property. So, like, even X-Men 97, which I know is supposed to be somewhere MCU canon and what if and all that stuff. Like, I'm just like, this is not, no, this is Elseworlds crap. It just exists on its own, and I leave it alone. So to try and when Star Wars does that, it just bugs me, and I don't watch it, even if it's good. Like, I know a lot of it is extremely good. And I love the animation styles. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just struggle with it. So, but I mean, fill me in. Like, what have we seen so
Like,
far?
I have really been enjoying it so far. Like, obviously, it's a lot of follow up from understanding kind of how Maul finished in the Clone Wars series. He's kind of going out for vengeance and stuff, but I definitely, while watching it, got especially the first few episodes, like a very much like a Sopranos vibe in Star Wars.
See, okay, so I'm gonna pause you there because I love that.
Uh-huh.
I think the most successful like property pieces, so like when they use an intellectual property and make a movie out of it, or well established intellectual property, is when they take the existing material and do something completely different, like completely unique with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've talked about this before. Like Guardians of the Galaxy was successful because it is a superhero movie second to the fact that it is just a good comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and the Spider-Man, specifically Spider-Man Homecoming, was a John Hughes movie with superheroes. Like, I love that, and I love that. You know, if they're giving a Sopranos vibe, like, yeah, great, cool. I heard someone say, I think it was Chamali actually, that Maul became what Boba Fett should have done.
Yes, I could definitely see that. Like with the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted like true scum and villainy, like Ocean's 11 stuff out of Book of Boba Fett, and that is decidedly not what we got.
Well, I was about to say,
mean,
you're not going to get like Ocean's 11 stuff. Like, you're going to get like villains, but not into the sort of like charming villain type thing.
right.
Like you wouldn't like Ocean's 11.
Which, speaking of, they attached a director to Margot Robbie's Ocean's prequel.
That's
I know, but it's Bradley Cooper. And I'm like, that's good. And he'll do a good job with that. But we're looking at another Ocean's 8.
yeah.
Like, I'm setting my expectation. I'm going to go see it. As a giant, like, Ocean's 11 is my favorite movie of all time. Like, yeah, I like, I'll go see it, but I'm setting my expectations at Ocean's 8 level. This is hilarious how short they sculpted Killer Croc's shorts in this mini. They're like Daisy Dukes.
Nice. That's what he needed.
Wow. So we're headed to my parents for a family dinner tomorrow.
Okay.
Always good. That's my it's my birthday dinner technically, but it's really just I got to call the shots. It's not, it's not like presents or anything like that. It's just my dad, my brother, my mom, my wife, my kids, Tim's wife. So my mom makes this chicken and artichokes casserole. It's chicken, artichokes, mushrooms, ton of butter, breadcrumbs. Pretty simple, really. I've made it a couple times myself, but something about it when I don't have to cook it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
did ask for a chocolate and raspberry trifle for dessert. That I'm excited about. Beyond the main.
That's matte black. That's too dark.
Not looking for Max Darth in this one?
No, I want to have, like, I don't want it like as black can be. I want to be able to like do some highlights and like put a little bit of wash, because this is on the like his like armbands and stuff like that.
Oh right, sure.
And so like there are lots of grooves and things like so I want to be able to put a wash so you have distinction, and so I don't want to do the matte black because then you're going to lose all of that.
Right, of course.
So I have a color called Necromancer's Cloak.
Oh, I know that color.
That I like a lot.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just like the slightest shade lighter than matte black.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that
but
one a lot.
It is enough that I can.
Who makes that one?
It's a war painter, army war painter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our designing costumes is dead. Well,
there you are. But yeah, it gives you a chance to put a little bit of a wash down, so you get that definition of the lines in the wraps, and then you can still highlight a little bit off of it, and with a slightly lighter gray.
Frost on the ground. And so until we decided to do the Oops All Reptiles here, I did have Emma Frost on the list, and I keep knocking her over. Really not keen on breaking that many. She's quite delicate for a 3D print. What's this? No. What's this? Venetian tan? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Where's my pokey stick? There's one. Not the one I was looking. Oh, there it is. It hath fallen. No, that's not it either. There it is. Oh dear. That's one.
Is that
heckin' clogged? So I'm very much looking forward to school break in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to... Like, my contracts are in. It's time to just cruise to the finish of this school year. Find some good summer work. I applied at the local concert venue, but I don't think I'm going to get in. But yeah, I need to find some summer work. I was absolutely going stir crazy last summer. Just being home with the kids all the time. Where the heck is... Okay. I didn't wear my watch today, my Apple Watch, and I'm like... every time my sleeve, because these sleeves are... The reason I didn't wear it is these sleeves are kind of tight. Every time I shift slightly, I feel like my watch is buzzing, even though it's not on my wrist. Mad. I'm almost wondering if I should have base coated these like before we went live, because this is not the interesting part. The interesting part is once we get into like scales and like the differences between like the scales and skin on their chest versus their back or their tails or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we won't see that until next week, really. Seems how we're already almost an hour into the show. I mean, yeah, there's also the interesting, I mean, the realization that he's wearing Daisy Dukes. That is true, RPD. I got to figure out how to do like this water effect stuff on the lizard's base. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a little tricky.
Yeah, I got to sort that out, but that might have even end up being an off-camera like experiment. Because like in Magical Christmas Land, it would be clear, and I could just
Yeah, if you could do that
Cthulhu.
sort of off print where it got printed in the clear resin or
plastic or whatever.
yeah.
And I could just do what I did with the Star Spawn or Namor. Makes it way easier. Alas. I mean, it's not all that different, really, but it's just different enough to be a nuisance.
Mm-hmm. Although this is turning out pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed by either of these. I'm definitely like with Lizard, I'm gonna do his lab coats kind of the same way I did Kingpin, with like the blue ink and then the black low lights that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna turn out pretty okay. So I have to decide what the next... to go back a bit, I probably should do a modified version of the regular grid of games, but these ones are questions I'd much rather both be asking. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Crap.
Oh, we might need to call this. Hold on.
What happened?
The baby's awake. I'll be right back. Let me just figure out what my wife needs.
Okie doke. What's going on in chat? Qu'est-ce que c'est? So this is like the third Slash mini I've painted. The first one that I've followed through with his original cartoon color scheme. The first two I kind of stuck with the comic book look. This one I'm doing that sort of tealish green color skin. There will be a little bit more highlighting with some like brighter colors and just non-natural looking stuff. He has like one yellow eye and one white eye. He'll have like yellow barbs on the shells. Almost like a Bowser, I guess. I guess Bowser's white though. Anyway. But yeah, if you just Google /TMNT, you can see a lot of he has had various designs throughout the years, depending on which comic or cartoon you're looking at. Has not shown up in movies, although you did have kind of talk on Razor, which had one of them being the snapping turtle, which is weird because they also when they started doing the four turtles as separate species to kind of give them distinction, Raph is usually depicted as a snapping turtle as well, so it's less unique at that point in time. I was about to say, RPD, I can see the chat. I just have to turn around and look at it because I don't have the computer screen where I can see it readily.
All right, everything's fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she just needed some help configuring some stuff.
So we're going with a brown trench coat?
Uh-huh.
More of like a canvas type
Yeah,
thing than
yeah.
a leather?
Yeah. Yeah. It's tattered. I mean, it'll be darker than this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll use Agrax and stuff on it. I go fairly GW standard on Gotham City Chronicles minis. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed like something he might have picked up somewhere more than purchased.
Mm-hmm.
I also think it's in starker contrast to his skin. If you use the black or dark trench coat, it doesn't. Doing it lighter makes the skin pop better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's my mother. That one I can ignore for the moment. Oh, this is doing the Gotham City Chronicles thing where nothing sticks. Adam just posted the new Kickstarter for GCC, and I was like, yeah, but Adam, we've both painted these minis. We know how crap they are, and they take up so
This is what their
much
season
space.
4 or something.
Yeah, season 4, and they're reprinting seasons 2 and 3, finally. And so I was like, they're like, to reprint season 2 and 3. That's kind of cool, but like, realistically, I'm not even through painting season 1, and I'm not likely to be for a while. Like, the villains are coming along. I'm closing in on the end of the villains, but I haven't even started the heroes yet. I haven't even primed the heroes yet. The villains are all at least primed. And it took me like 3 cans of primer to do them all. Come on, get out of here. This is the soundtrack to Mega Man Zero. I recognize it anywhere.
That's the prequel game, right?
No, sequel.
I'm just teasing.
Oh,
I know what Mega Man Zero is. Those games are tough.
yes.
In particular,
Yes, they are.
like most Mega Man games are tough in some way, shape, or form. That's kind of the draw and design of it. But the Zero games in particular really wanted to do a sort of new thing.
Well, they're Metroidvanias.
Exactly.
And like, it took me forever to realize, like, I love Mega Man, and I've always loved Mega Man. But when Zero came along, I'm like, oh my god, this is so different and cool, and I love it, and I feel like I'm at home. And it wasn't until years later that I made the connection that the reason I'm feeling so at home is this is Super Metroid. This is Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm.
It actually really wasn't until I started putting together the season of the Metroidvania for Zach Sucks at Games that I'm like, oh, that's why I should have realized a long time ago that I had, like, the first series I ever did was Mega Man Zero on stream, or not the first series, but the first like game that I played, the first sequence of episodes, and I had so much fun doing it, and then I burnt the hell out shortly thereafter because I wasn't playing Metroidvanias. And now that I'm finally back to it, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm actually enjoying streaming again. Imagine that. Not that I don't enjoy doing the action RPG stuff, but like, the gameplay in Indiana Jones was like just loose enough that I was like, this is not ideal. I enjoyed Indiana Jones, I really did. But I just found myself wanting to be playing Sherlock Holmes. An orphan. So I was reading something this week about my local mall that I grew up at, you know, being a mall rat kid,
Mm-hmm.
is now being turned into a housing project. Phew.
Right.
Phew, excuse me. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. Yeah, I guess, like, I lost touch with that mall because, like, obviously it was closed. But there was, like, a little independent, you know, playhouse there. It was kind of cool, and that kept going for a while after the facility closed. And then it got shut down, like, last year, I think. And I was like, man, you know, I worked there. You know, I did sound booth stuff. It's a shame to see some of that stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
Not that 38-year-old Zach needs to go back to Hot Topic, but you know, there's nostalgia there. Not really. They don't really sell, like, they stopped selling the stuff that I was drawn to it for. Like, I went to get my band t-shirts there. And they started just selling Disney crap.
They started selling like Nightmare Before Christmas.
That was there when I was a kid, but, like, you know, that was edgy, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Where now they just sell, like, Mickey Mouse. Basically a Disney store. But I guess the internet exists for all that stuff. I was wandering around with the baby this morning, and she sneezed, and this massive clump of nast fell out of her face.
Babies are germ factories.
Babies are disgusting. I love my daughter to pieces, but she's disgusting. They're both disgusting.
Yeah, they're just at a weird spot. Like, obviously they haven't really developed an immune system in the same way, and so
Right.
as they're reacting to everything that's new to them, they kind of got to build up everything from scratch.
Yeah. Which is a wild thing to say, or to see, I should say. Oh, so how about that big Sentinels news this week?
That Handelabber bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting.
See, that's exactly what I said to RPD yesterday when he brought it up. Like, oh, hold on. I'm going to be real with you, Zach. I'd still take 2026 Hot Topic over just... Yes. No, I would also agree with that. Yes, you are correct there. Yeah, RPD brought it up in chat yesterday. I was like, yeah, I was the one who had to temper expectations in the Citizens Discord. Like, I think there were some people there that just expected everything to be exactly as it was 2 years ago, and that's not even remotely how it's going to look.
You know what I didn't think about?
Go on.
I heard the news and I did not think about actually going to the Citizen Discord to like check everyone's responses or how everyone was reacting to that.
It was.
Like, it just didn't occur to me.
It was interesting because, like, I mean, obviously, I'm having side conversations with Jacqueline and Russ and God's forbid Greg, but like, the realization that, you know, there's a lot more to Greater Than Games than just Christopher, Paul, and Adam.
Mm-hmm.
There were a ton of people who worked there, all of whom I am friends with and remain friends with, and they did not come. They did not, and likely are not coming back. So the question then becomes,
because I know like several of them went to all over the place. Was it Katie that just posted recently that she went to Asmodee and then is just now leaving there also, or
Yes, so that's Katie. Yep. Maggie is somewhere else now, although she left before the FRG merger.
yeah,
But like, Ray, Tawana, all the people we worked with who we love and care about are still, not able to work on that product that they worked on. Braithwaite even. Like, Handelabra's not going to put up the capital to hire all those people back. They can't.
yeah, especially because they put in their posts like they are not a board game company, they're not a physical company, they're
a digital
like digital.
company. They make digital stuff, and it's like, so that means that the what remains is Christopher, Paul. Well, okay, no, Paul has to figure out how to make this a product with the most skeleton of skeleton crews.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a very, very, very intimidating task. As happy as I am that Christopher and Adam can get back to work in whatever capacity that looks like, I don't know. That's not for me to understand. Oh, there you go, Blink. There's still a ton of hurdles to cross, and people were asking like, so are we going to be at Gen Con this year as a group? I'm like, no, you're not. Like, there is no product right now. There's nothing. If and when we need staff, like, let's be real here, the old guard are going to be the ones who get called first.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're the ones who can contact everybody else. We're like Charlie Conway with the duck call. But chances are, for the first few years, all they're going to need and indeed want is their most trustworthy people. And it's going to come down to, Christopher texting me like, "Hey, are you going to be at Gen Con? I need you to do X, Y, and Z."
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be a public call. That's my assumption. That's my guess. I know nothing, really. Greg's mad at me right now because I didn't tell him ahead of time. And I was like, dude, I knew like 8 hours maybe before you did. Like, there's just enough time to troll you about it.
You obviously have to respect some privacy with some of the stuff, especially any sort of legal restrictions or boundaries and things.
Yes.
Like, you can't expect to just drop that or be able to drop that to everyone.
Right.
No matter how close or how much they've worked with the company or anything like that.
Right.
That is a bit of an unfair ask.
Right. And even me, like, Adam's one of my best friends. I talk to him literally every single day. But, this didn't come up. It never does. We're out here talking about, comic books, real comic books. The amount of time we actually talk about, or let's just say talk shop, is negligible. I check in on his sanity every now and again.
Yeah.
But like that's the extent of it. And same with Christopher. Like I'll do, "Hey Christopher, sanity check, you good?" But that's not really even talking shop. That's just like, I'm checking in on a buddy.
Yeah.
And I would do that for any one of my friends. I did it for Krista the other day, because with the whole acquisition thing, she has to do all the social media stuff. I was like, okay, you are being blitzkrieged right now. I'm going to do a sanity check for you. But that's still board game. That's still even greater than games. But like, I do it to my teacher friends. Like, how is Christopher doing? Last I've heard, he's doing all right. Like, he's Christopher. You know, he's an enigma, and to the best of my knowledge, he's doing fine. Usually, Christopher and I talk about music. That's music and literature. That's probably our strongest connection between the two of us. If there is one member of the team that I do talk shop more often with than others, it's Trevor.
Mhm.
Because we're you know, shop for us is the same thing. AV.
Okay, what color do I need to do for his chest piece?
A color with the pigment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my friend texted me a good dad joke this morning.
Yeah, what's that?
It was, what do you call a cow that works for a gardener?
What?
I gotta actually look this one up, because I don't remember. A lawn mower.
Nice.
And she.
I shared a
then-
good one today. It was you can't have a murder of crows without probable cause.
That is quite good. I like that.
Yeah.
And then she posted my puns are, and then a koala and a cup of tea. So quality.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I responded.
That's a classic.
I responded, yeah, facts, but my dad jokes are butter. You know, because they're smooth.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this fire lizard color will work out well. I've tried it once or twice, and it never mixes properly.
I hate paints like that.
So it always is like super runny and doesn't coat well.
All right. Time to do the inside of mouths. Tongues and whatnot. On that one. Good night, Blink. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's very bright. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Where's cable? promote myself. I did get my work schedule for Gen Con this year.
Nice.
This week, yep. Working for Paverson Games. That's my old digital arts professor from college. That's exciting. His company. And I will be working basically 6-hour shifts throughout the weekend. Rendering myself free for Arkham.
That's awesome.
Really. Yeah. I was saying to Alex, as we were discussing about, what are we doing going back this year? I said, Alex, one of the things I never got to do because I was always on the clock. Like from the time I got off the plane, I was basically on the clock for the last 2 years, and I took last year off for obvious reasons, and it'll be nice to finally actually get to sit down and play Arkham. The problem is what we're looking at is the new stuff,
The 2.0.
the 2.0, and I'm like, that sucks. But it is all compatible, so in theory we can, in theory I can bring a 1.0 deck and get by. But, WCSM, it's just Alex and Megan and Jacqueline and me playing at Ashley's house. That's fine too. But Spider-Man comes out that weekend too, so one night we'll go see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Almost assuredly. Probably with Adam. And I'm sure we'll play Valor a bunch if Adam's there. And maybe even if he's not. What is live testing tabletop mad science like that? Not yeah. Tongues. We're almost into yard sale season up here. Not that I have much money to spend at yard sales this year, but I've started to be able to clock, oh hey, this yard sale might have video games. I've been doing it long enough now that you can drive by and be like, oh, hey, that's a... At the very least, they might have DVDs, I do find that, you're a lot less likely to find cartridge games at yard sales, but you do, you stand a pretty good chance of finding, Wii games or, stuff like that. The Wii, of course, being as popular as it was. What's really going to be interesting to me this year is at Gen Con is I'm literally going in with absolute zero money, unless I pull some commission work. So I really have to prioritize. Like there's a couple more TT Combat paints that have come out that I want, but you know I'm not expecting to find much,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels good. Oh wow, I almost missed a huge, like really important bit of blizzard here.
So last weekend, I was at South Carolina Comic Con.
Yes, you were. And I was sick.
Yep. But I got to meet Kevin Eastman, which was awesome.
Oh, I love him. He's so cool.
And I got some original art from him, which was awesome.
Nice.
I sent you the picture, I believe.
Yes.
Of the Michelangelo card art for the Magic the Gathering set. He had his prelim set of all 4 of them, in fact, there.
Nice.
And I had the modicum of sense to not buy all 4 of them, but I did get Michelangelo. And that was really awesome.
Yeah, he's such a cool guy. I love him so much. He's coming up to Granite Con this year, and sometimes if he comes to a local show, Laird will come with him. Peter will come with him.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping, like, you've heard me say this many times. I am not a proponent of slabbing books. I don't like it. I don't, comics are for reading. Read your comics. But that comic, Turtles #1, is maybe the only exception for me because it's been reprinted so gosh darn many times. It's not hard to find if you want to read it. And if I got Eastman and Laird to sign it, I might get it slabbed just for the protection factor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, I would like to try and find like a copy of the first one, but
yeah.
Yeah.
That it's probably that and Daredevil #1 are probably the jewels of my collection. Obviously, other contenders, first Iron Fist, the entire first run of Iron Fist.
I'm also assuming when you say you have it, do you have like one of the original 3000?
No, it's a third printing.
Third printing, okay.
Yeah. I think my friend John has one of the original 3000, but I no. I'm just happy to have. It is on the oversized issue? Yeah. It's on the oversized stock. It's yeah, I think my #1 is a third printing, my #2 is a second printing. Everything else is first printing in that run. But yeah, I have all the ones that were penned by Eastman and Laird. Pen and inked. I gotta mix up some thin down blue here.
And even trying to thin this out, which is part of the problem, is that it tends to always be running and not coat very well.
Yeah.
But then trying to add layers to it, and it's just streaking. But it really is like the best color for what I'm going for.
Yeah.
For the chest piece.
once again, this blue-gray ink just absolutely doing cool stuff. And will obviously look even cooler once I get the black lowlights in there, but I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but they're getting in there. So my students, I got my other batch of students reading Sherlock Holmes now, at the other school, and I am not making this up. Like, one of the most unlikely students, after two class periods, has already figured it out.
Nice.
As an absolute record. I mean, she is not known for her attention to detail, but she absolutely picked up everything that was being put down in like the intro. And I was like, wow, this isn't, I mean, nobody in that class deserves the win more than she does. So I'm and of course I can't say anything either, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate her and be like, how did you, you know, blah, but no, can't do it. Oh, and my cycling team's jerseys are finally at the printer.
That's good.
Yep, everybody
Got
finally
some
got to see
races
my.
coming up.
Yeah, well, we're a charity team, so it's not really races; it's tours. But
Okay.
yes, we do. And I did the artwork for it because
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Our team captain was like trying to put together a new jersey. We've had the same one for almost 20 years now, and I was like, look, I appreciate what you do in Canva, but like, I'm an artist. Let me take a stab at it. And she sent me her Canva like mock-up. I was like, oh, I can run with that. And a few days later, I had a pretty baller design that I'm not disappointed with. It's in Adam's Discord somewhere if you want to find it. It's in the art thread. But yeah, it was fun and challenging in ways that I didn't expect. And I think part of it was in spite of my brother, who started his own electrical handyman company and used ChatGPT to generate a logo when he could have just texted me and I would have had it done in roughly the same amount of time. But I'm not bitter. Oh, my cousin went to a Comic-Con this week with his 1-year-old.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, bro, like, that's not okay. Like, so I sent him a picture of my kid on the swing. Touching grass. right, so I don't know. This is not showing up great on the camera, but like, I am really happy with this. Just little touch of light blue on the clothing there. I think it's time to do. Oh, you know what? I need to take a look at Kurt Connors here. He's a professor. He's probably. I figure he's probably wearing like dress pants, right? Like khakis, at least.
Probably something like that.
Right. So I think. Oh dear. I think I can probably get away with the same tan that I used for Killer Croc. Right? On the pants.
Probably. I think I made him like be wearing. I put him in blue jeans, but
Well, I just figure he's a college professor. Like, he's probably going to be rocking the cax. Especially with the lab coat on. It does look like he's wearing a t-shirt, but I might ball hard and try and make it an Argyle sweater, because that's what I wear to work.
good luck. That'd be impressive.
We'll see what happens. You know, I've done shenanigans like that before. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, it does come out well if I stay with it. Yeah, I haven't even done the Daisy Dukes on Killer Croc. I know exactly what I'm going to do, too. I'm going to do the same one I did with Jessica Jones. The tan with the blue ink. I do have some ways of making like nasty scum like. I have some cool. I guess what I'm saying is I've got some cool GSW technicals that I'm going to use on these next week. I'm excited about. So with a lack of things to watch coming up, like I'm gonna back up. I realized I dropped into that thought about halfway through it. Right now, I am eating well as a viewer of television.
Okay.
Last the last couple of weeks, I've had Daredevil on Tuesdays, Scrubs airs on Wednesdays, viewable Thursday on Hulu, Taskmaster on Thursday nights, and something I'm forgetting. Oh, Invincible, The Boys. Like I'm eating well as a viewer of television, but like half of those go away in the next couple of weeks, and I'm like, what am I gonna watch? And I'm already realizing that it's probably gonna be another marathon of Top Gear. I'm such a parody of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I find that once I start diving into the compilations of Top Gear clips, I'm like, I'm just gonna end up watching Top Gear again, aren't I? I just have to go help my wife one more time real quick. Finish up what I'm doing here.
I mean,
We might as well just call it early, right?
Yeah, I can just call it 10 minutes early.
Yeah, probably. I'm just trying to finish up this khaki and we'll call it good. Got to keep tea to blood ratio. Yeah. Yeah. Specifically fermented tea. Although RPD, you know perfectly well that my tea to blood ratio is probably skewing more tea at this point. I picked absolutely the smallest brush for this, or the too small a brush for this, I should say. You know what? Yeah, let's just call it. I can finish this next time or off camera. I really don't care. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching tonight. We're gonna call it here. We'll be back at this with presumably finishing up Lizards next week. I will be back on Monday for more Zach Sucks at Games Shadow Labyrinth nonsensical drivel. And yeah, have a great rest of the weekend. Take care. Be safe. Be well. Bye.
See ya.